laptop. I don't. Can I watch it in my bed? Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm just MLB 19. Try it. I'm a Cardinals fan. Don't judge. I really want to, but I don't like that. Alright. Playing in my stadium. Hang on guys, I'm gonna join my friend's party. Yes.
What's up?
Hey.
There's a boo.
Yes, Hunter?
Oh god. Nothing.
Okay, so yes, to watch my broadcast.
Oh, did you know that you can fish under the ground?
You poop. You can glitch underground.
No,
I'd
fish
appreciate if
underground.
you'd watch it, but
Welcome
if
to
you
the
don't want to,
gateway
I'd
to the
understand
West,
because I'm
St.
cringy.
Louis, Missouri. MLB Network is live
You're
from Busch
playing
Stadium. A
MLB
good one on
baseball.
tap for you this
Oh my
afternoon.
god, voice
Voice
crack. What is
crack.
this?
You got a problem with baseball?
Jack Flaherty
No, I
will
keep
be
having
showing the
voice
rubber
cracks and
for
I
the
don't
Cardinals.
understand why.
Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, this guy has a good repertoire of
Oh.
pitches, and he throws
Just
also
some
a knuckle curveball. One guy
You're
comes to
playing
mind, Mike
MLB
Mussina, former
baseball.
Oriole and Yankee pitcher.
Did you say
Really good
in?
knuckle curve.
The boy,
It's not an
MLB.
easy
Just in
pitch
front
to
of
learn,
just in
and
front
what's
of
more
the
difficult, it's a difficult pitch
Oh
for
my
umpires
God,
to call
it's
strikes, and that's why we don't see a lot of pitchers using it today.
And here's a shot of the Athletics starting lineup for this one. Mark DeRosa, what's your take on him this afternoon on the road?
Alright, I'm leaving the party.
Matt, do you focus?
Oh, that was really nice of them.
Defense.
Thanks.
First pitch of the at-bat.
You're not my favorite before in the world.
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit.
Oh my god, a home
Ozuna looks
run?
up.
Already?
And we'll employ the use of our show track technology to get a better idea of that home run. And you see it there, 111 miles an hour off the bat. He certainly squared that one up well.
Hang on, I gotta pause it for a second. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I hate this. I'm done.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one.
I guess the Athletics were good in 2019. I don't know. didn't pay attention that year. Or this year, whatever you want to call it.
And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2. Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Well, D-Row, Darryl Parker behind the dish, and you never really know what you're going to get from this guy.
Yeah, sometimes, and I'd hate to be mean and say he flips a coin back there because that's not the case. But as an offensive player, you have to find a consistent zone. You just can't.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Matt Chapman is the second out of the opening frame.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. As he takes a called strike at the knees, it's 0-1. Olson tends to have more success against right-handed pitching like this than he does against southpaws. Could be a comfort thing. Maybe he just picks up the ball a little better, but that's the book on him at this point.
I'm not sure my dog's doing.
Flaherty is a guy that's able to keep the bat off the ball. That's kind of the name of the game for a pitcher, and as a starter, it really helps him work deep into games.
Matty V, one of the toughest parts about scoring runs.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. But the A's hit the board. Mike Fiers is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the A's. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Starts to go around here.
Swinging. They're not seeing the baseball. They're not picking it up. You got to take a step back. The only thing you tell yourself in this situation is do not move your head.
He pulls this one into right, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the inning's underway with the Cardinals getting their leadoff hitter on base.
Definitely tried to elevate the heater right there with 2 strikes, but caught way too much of the plate. Nice execution by the hitter.
On a homer then.
Here's Colton Wong now. On the move now is Fowler. Hit out towards second. He's got it, and there's one away. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, you really got to be able to appreciate the incredible talent of Paul Goldschmidt. This guy won the National League Silver Slugger last year. You think about all the first basemen in the league that could swing the bat well and hit home runs, but he was at the top of the heap. I love watching him swing.
Paul Goldschmidt started to go around, but it's a called strike. 0-1. Now the 0-1. Oh, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. But this will get foul for strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Popped him up. Olsen in foul ground. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Okay.
Here's Marcell Ozuna as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Here's the first pitch to him. Check swing called strike. 0-1. Fowler at second with 2 down.
Thanks, Paul. Definitely good Cardinals. I don't know how they're doing this year.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2.
I'm gonna get out on this one. I can just tell.
A pause and the 0-2. Bounced to
And that was
first.
right.
To his right, Olsen. And he'll
Dang, I'm
step on the
smart.
bag himself, and the inning is over. One left for the Cardinals. It remains 1-0. So now it's Mark Canha.
This dude has
He'll get us
quite
started in the
long
top
runs.
of the
That's not good.
second.
The center fielder, Mark.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
0-1 count and the pitch. Hit hard but fouled as this ends up over by the first base dugout. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball.
I've been to the stadium. It's really cool. I got to sit up at the top.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Fowler has a read on it. And that's the first out of the inning.
So here's how the Cardinals are positioned defensively. And let's shine the light on Marcell Ozuna. Another one of those dynamic outfielders that you can't put in a box. Can he play center? Yes. Can he play right? Yes. Left? Yes. Go deep? Absolutely.
Martinez is there. 2 down.
Martinez is so good.
Batting 7.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And Jurickson Profar will be the next to bat.
Strike.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
I'm bouncing on a couch because I want to.
And low, it's a ball and a
Dang,
strike.
it's ball.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
Forgot.
And with a big pitch here, he'll step off and rethink things. The 1-2. Fouled off.
Pressed the wrong button.
Here's another 1-2. Yanked on the ground down the line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fouled away.
It's 2 seam.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this.
Stop hitting the ball.
The next 1-2 pitch. On the 8th pitch of the at-bat is the one that finally does it as he wears him down and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the A's. He played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Now at the plate, Paul DeYoung will lead things off in the inning for St. Louis, and he'll be followed by Yadier Molina, who waits on deck. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Laureano on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And let's take a look at the guy playing shortstop up the chute today, and that's Mark.
Yes, Mary, I can.
This has been a work in progress. He's had to grind, take countless hours of ground balls.
Yes, Mary, I heard. I'm not deaf.
Accuracy.
Unlike you.
Don't get it twisted. He's made some big highlight reel plays, and if you miss middle, we all know the power he has.
The windup and the 0-1. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. 1 out, nobody on. Now a half swing, but it's strike 3 anyway, says the home plate umpire, and that's out
Why
number
don't you
2.
swing? You're stupid.
You know, I'm not quite sure how that strikeout will be scored. Looking or swinging. He tried to check his swing, but I'm pretty sure the home plate umpire was ringing him up regardless.
Yeah, no.
Olson is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. 1-2. Stepping into the box, Josh Begley, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
In there, strike 2.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in dirt.
Swing and a miss as he starts the 3rd the same way he ended the 2nd, with a punch out, 1 away. Now to the plate is the Oakland pitcher, Mike Fiers. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Little hesitation right there by the batter. It was great execution by the pitcher down and away, but that looked like a late swing. Could have been sitting on something else.
Throwing to second, but he'll be in there with a double.
Anthony, we want the lights on.
I can't see.
The batter, number 10, shortstop.
Well, you never want to give up a hit to an opposing pitcher, but when you give one up to an AL pitcher, it's downright annoying. Can't let it get to you, though.
Out in front of it, strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Now this is popped up, but Molina should have room behind the plate, and he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the 2nd out. Trying to pick things up where he left off, Ramon Laureano. He went deep in his first at bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. The tag, and he is out at 3rd, and with that, the side is retired. 1 left. Back with Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian as the TCU product. The left-handed hitting Matt Carpenter is the first at bat in the inning. Started to go around.
Why don't you swing all the way through?
Anyway. His previous history with Mike Fiers, he's got 2 hits in 19 tries. Here comes the 0-1. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
Up.
And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning. So 1 gone here in the St. Louis 3rd, and the pitcher digs in next. It'll be Jack Flaherty. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a flare hit toward right. In comes Piscotty. He can't get to it. This one's down.
Hey, I'm not surprised right here this pitcher mixed in a knock. Playing in the National League, he gets way more opportunity to work on his craft from the offensive side of the ball. NL pitchers definitely have an advantage in these interleagues.
Stop shooting me. You should stop shooting me with my Nerf gun. Oh my God, you didn't shoot me. Yes, you did. I can feel.
Good swing, but a late one as it's fouled off to the left. Flaherty stands at first with 1 out. Lined into left center, and that's in for his 2nd hit of the afternoon.
Well, that's something you see often in batting practice. Guys using the
Now
whole
batting,
field there,
second
D-Row.
baseman.
I like to see that. A lefty that's just not always full happy. 100%, Dan. The pitchers have gotten so much nastier in today's game that if you're not willing to play with the entire field, you're going to struggle.
Strike one to start the at-bat. Heading out towards shallow right. Piscotty's there for it. 2 down. And no tag at second. He'll head back there with 2 away now.
Tag.
So digging in now, Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
He'll be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber usually doesn't let that go by.
Check swing grounder to the right side. Scooped up on to first, and the Redbird rally goes for naught as that ends the inning.
I was so safe.
Strand a couple. They're down 1-0. Next up for the A's, Matt Chapman. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
The third baseman. Matt.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Wong fields it cleanly and safe, says the first base umpire, as the throw was too late. And as I thought might be the case based on how close that play was, they're requesting a chance to review the replay and decide whether or not to challenge the safe call.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
Stepping in now, Matt Olson. No balls and 1 strike. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. And he may have thought something was on here as he stepped off to look back to first. Now a bluff here as he steps off to look him back at first. Now the 1-1 pitch. Count is 1-2 now. 1 run on 3 hits and no errors in the ballgame for the A's so far. Count still at 1-2. Now a throw over, and he'll get back in standing. And he checked his swing, but it's a strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
Hold him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Chapman, base runner at first with 1 out. Hit hard on the ground at first. And a sliding attempt at first, but this sneaks by him, a base hit. Fortunately for him, though, no error on the bobble, and the runners will hold at first and second now.
Yeah, batting averages are much better 1-0 at a count than they are when the count is even. They opted to go with a pitch out to lead off the at-bat, and it obviously cost them. No real damage done yet, but now they've even got a tougher situation to deal with.
There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike. And a swing and a miss as they got him with the slider there. 2 away.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Here's a look over to first, and the runner will get back standing.
I like the Cardinals.
Here's Jurickson Profar. Fouled off.
No, I don't.
2 men on.
How come not playing as Oklahoma then? Wow, impressive. Never would have guessed that. saying the truth.
Fouled away.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
2 down, runners at first and second. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance.
It is quite a game, to be honest.
0-2, here it is. Pitch out, nothing doing. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. A's
good.
A couple. The next to bat for St. Louis, Marcell Ozuna. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Went about halfway there.
Stop checking your swing.
Regardless.
He's getting a lot of first pitch outs, and it's really easy to see why. He's been perfect. 100% of his first pitches have been for strikes to hitters so far in this one.
Piscotty moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. So that brings in the power-hitting middle infielder Paul DeYoung. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. This is in the air to left.
Come on, that's got it.
Moves
No.
over, 2 down.
Come on.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina.
Yadier.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Checks his swing,
Sounds like
but
you're
this
trying to say
pitch is
yeah,
right there for strike
it's
1.
not a yeet.
This guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
And he pulled up in
Stop
time,
checking
but
your
it's
swing.
a called strike
Need
2.
stop. It's too much.
From an offensive standpoint,
Too much
you better
checking your
get it
swing.
ready. This guy is not throwing a ton of pitches. He's confident in his stuff. He is pounding the zone. He's got 2 quick outs. You better pull the trigger.
No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Redbirds.
First of all,
Starting to go
Redbirds is the
around,
Memphis
it's a
team.
called 3rd strike anyway, and that will retire the side. Down in. Digging in, Josh Fegley. He'll look to light a spark under this lineup that hasn't found the scoreboard since back in the first inning.
Yeah, and for me, the story has been the starting pitching they faced. It's been very difficult to rebound and, quite frankly, dominate after getting roughed up a bit in the first inning of a start. So I'll give him a lot of credit for what he's been able to do.
The pitcher,
Bad.
Now to the
This
plate
dude's
by pitcher
bad.
Mike Fiers. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Well, he got a
pitcher.
good pitch to hit last
That's what I'm
time
trying
up.
to say.
Looked for
The
it up in the
microphone
zone
cut
and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches
Yeah.
you only get maybe once an AB, maybe once
Oh,
a game,
yeah.
maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time. The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
Hey, guys, that's just a nasty pitch right there. I can't tell you how many nightmares I've had about
It's fouled away. The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
First offering on its way. And that misses inside 1-0.
Well, that 2-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Count now a ball and a strike. Look into Molina, now the 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. 2 out, nobody on.
Oh.
And he's got himself
Let's
another.
go.
He picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired.
Level 5.
Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Starts to go around here, but it doesn't matter. This is strike 2 anyway. This one's flared off to the right side. In comes Piscotty.
Oh, maybe
not
not.
Going to get to it, so the leadoff guy's aboard with a base hit.
Now batting.
Here's Matt Carpenter.
Matt Carpenter.
Here's the first pitch to him. He's running. Check swing grounder to the right side. And he'll just step on first here to take the Shure out. Digging in to try it again, Jack Flaherty. And with a runner already in scoring position and one away, he is likely not to be bunting here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now the fastball is swung on and missed.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count, find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
Here comes the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a check swing as he's able to fight this one off. Foul. Pickoff move to second, and they got him.
You kidding me?
Hits are now even.
Why are you so dumb?
Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. Simeon has got it, and the side is retired. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. They digging in. Ramon Laureano comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch on its way. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
All right, let's keep this going. Oh, I'm playing to the 9th inning, so let's do this.
Now it's 0-2.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here.
I ain't waiting.
Still has really nice
going
finish
to the
on that
9th
slider,
inning.
as we just saw.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out.
Dang.
The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
That's
good.
10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. 0-1 the count.
Come on.
He's been doing a nice job out there.
We can do this.
The deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Behind 0-2 now.
Into shark zone.
And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game. Coming to the plate now, Matt Olson. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And a high strike to begin the at-bat.
Nice.
It's 0-1.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. This now is hit the second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 8 in a row he's set down, and the side is retired. Dexter Fowler.
Woohoo! Let's do
Here's
this.
Dexter Fowler now. He'll lead off for the
Hopefully we
Redbirds here
can
in their
get some
half of the
points.
sixth inning.
Dexter Fowler.
Check swing here and a little looper. And
Aw,
this is taken for
okay,
the
that
out.
shouldn't be possible. How come I'm not able to do that?
Here's the second baseman, Colton Wong. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And a check swing here, but he clearly went around on a pitch that...
Anthony, time's up.
Too bad.
You're supposed to stop now.
Okay, sweetie, he heard you.
Would have been a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Oh, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. Kaplan brings it in. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
First baseman, Paul.
So 2 gone now in the St. Louis half of the 6th. And stepping in, the power-hitting first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt. Popped up. Olsen has a play.
What?
No trouble with this
That
one,
is so
and the
hacks.
inning is over.
Anthony, is the game on?
Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis. The A's are on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But before it gets underway, let's take a look at our game summary to this point. Into the box, Mark Canha. He'll start the 7th. And Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Martinez has a play, makes the play,
Easy.
1 away.
All right, guys, I'll be right back.
He's coming.
All right, I'm back. Let's do this.
The batter.
Now at the plate, Stephen Piscotty. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch outs will stick with you a little longer.
Hit in the air down the right field
Stop
line.
hitting it.
But this is going to wind up a foul ball. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
Come on.
And he's got another
Nice.
one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Striding into the box, Marcell Ozuna, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
The windup and the 0-1. Swing and
Stop
a miss, and he's
taking your
quickly in the hole,
swing.
0-2. Now a check swing here and a little looper. Laureano comes on and makes the catch in shallow left for out number 1.
Now batter.
One gone for the Redbirds in the 7th, and that'll bring in the Illinois State product, Paul DeYoung. Here it comes. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Oh, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. At the plate, Yadier Molina 0 for 2 for him to this point.
I mean, Yadi, when he first broke on the scene, was a defender first and foremost. You can't say that anymore. I mean, he's evolved into a really, really nice offensive player.
Checked his swing there and pops this one up. Simeon has to shade his eyes from the sun, but he stays with it for out number 2. Digging in and looking for more, Jose Martinez popped out and singled in his 2 trips to the plate. First pitch of the at-bat. Now a swing and a weak little line drive over
Explain
to
that.
And
Explain.
That will conclude matters here. So coming to the plate, Josh
They're
Figley.
not even that good.
His last at-bat. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball 1.
Play ball.
Digging.
I want to do something.
Number 50, Mike Fires.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Start.
I'm trying to figure out.
Oh, there's this game where you have to tap all the dots. 3, 2, 1. And I can beat you to it. I did it.
Catch him with a good rising fastball there for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Hey!
Lifted down the line in left. And he will make the play. 2 away now. So the lineup turns over and to the plate. Marcus Semien, 4th trip to the plate now, and he's hitless to this point.
Yeah, his teammates have really been shut down by some very good pitching in this one. Been fun for a guy like me to watch.
Takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and the inning will continue. He's through first and hustling for second. He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing. And he is into third with a 2-out triple.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play, and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it, and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
Ramon Laureano will stand in again as we take you back to earlier in the ball game. This one swing here has been the entire offense to this point, as this home run accounted for the only run they've tallied so far. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. 1-0 pitch is a slider, swung on and missed, 1-1. Fooled him badly there. I mean badly. It's 1-2.
You see that swing right there? You know what that tells me, boys? That this pitcher is doing his job right here. And
we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. At the plate, Matt Carpenter. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries.
I think he's forgotten about sometimes, Matt Carpenter. When we talk about the best hitters in our sport, I think he's one of the more underrated offensive players.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Oh, that's
so grounder to the right side. And they'll flip it to the pitcher.
I want to challenge that. I want to challenge that.
I know they always preach, if you're going to swing.
How do I challenge?
Swing! Second guessed himself on that one.
Harrison Bader will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Almost.
Number 48, Harrison Bader.
Now that's popped up. Olson has room in foul territory. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
Fielder, number 25.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Dexter Fowler. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Liner toward right center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second. John Gant enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to.
Number 53, John Gant.
First pitch coming. Here it is. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher to get ahead right there. You know you got a star hitter at the plate. He's not afraid to go to 2 strikes or go deep in the count. That's what you have to do. You have to put him at a disadvantage with the count.
Up next for Oakland, the first base.
Ready for another shot now. Matt Olson 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Moving under it, Martinez. 2 down.
Now batting.
Striding in, Mark Canha. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
And he misses with it. 1-1. 1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Late swing, but he's still able to get a lot of this one out toward deep right field. And it's gone.
I quit. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap it up.